Chris, congratulations on your induction to the UCF Hall of Fame. Just take me back to that young kid committing to UCF and stepping foot on. I know you made a big decision to even come to UCF because I know you had a lot of MLB looks out of high school. Just talk me through that career, and did you ever think this would be on your radar, that one day you'd be standing here about to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
No, I didn't anticipate this, of course. This is a great, I guess, reward for all the hard work. But it goes back to my support system, my family, you know. My dad started me when I was younger, and when I was 2, 3 in baseball. And really, this is for them, man. This, I don't really feel like I deserve this. You know, this is for my family and for the kids I coach, and for the people around me.
What do you remember? What was the process like? I mean, did you get a text sometime to let you know you were in the running? And
yeah.
What was the call like, and what were the emotions like?
I think Carlos, what, for this?
Yes, for this.
Oh, yeah. I think Carlos texted me. I wasn't sure what it was. Then Wallace called me, FaceTimed me. And Wallace was the one heavily into the recruiting process. And, you know, it just sends you down memory lane, like, man, how did I get here and how did I get chosen for this? You know, I was doing the math. It was like 18 years ago, you know, when I first decided to come here. And it's cool. It's cool. It's amazing. I have no regrets whatsoever between that tough decision. But, you know, UCF, I'm a Knight for life. Absolute.
What were your emotions coming back today, seeing everything and being back on campus?
You know, it was cool. This was not built here when I was here, you know. And, you know, even the stadium over there wasn't built. So, I mean, just like how far the college and UCF came since I've been here. I was here the first years that they were building the stadium, you know, and the new arena. So, and then the baseball field wasn't even what it was today. You know, they were building or starting. I saw the renditions of it. So every time I come back to UCF, I'm just happy to be a part of it. I felt like, I know it was way before when I started, but in 2006 to 2010, it was still developing. And just to see them on TV and how much they do, just face Colorado, winning the national championship, right? So, I mean, that's cool. Everybody's hype about UCF right now.
How do you feel? How does it feel to know you've left a lasting legacy?
It's unreal. I didn't realize what I was just trying to play the game I love, you know? And, you know, just to do that, I think baseball is rewarding me for being good to the game. I'm a really big believer in that and giving back to the kids. I feel like I have to use this to inspire others and inspire the kids that I'm coaching and the ones that look up to me.
Favorite memories when you look back on your years at UCF, what stands out to you?
Besides the parties? No, no. It was definitely my team. You know, Shane Brown, he was my roommate. And then just, I guess, at the end when I was nominated for the Golden Spike, hanging out with Bryce Harper and all those guys at the All-Star game, that was really cool. That stuck out to me, absolutely.
Is there, if you could go back in time and talk to the younger version of yourself, starting out, you know, this career, what advice would you give yourself? Well,
I would have took the same mindset that I did in my senior year into my freshman year, because the numbers were a little bit different, right? But that just came. Actually, I say that, but my senior year is when I say I figured it out. Meaning, as far as my mentality, I was really on a mission. I was trying to get drafted again, right? I was really on a mission that year, and I just had a good mentality where I overcame the failure of baseball, I should say. I still failed, but I overcame it where the numbers, where I was able to put up the high numbers, you know.
What do you think about the direction of this UCF baseball program today with Rich Wallace now as the head coach?
Man, it's going to go up. I was there at the last year when they played FSU, and I think in the regionals, and I actually drove out to FSU for a game. I think they're heading in the right direction. I think they're this close, and I think he's the man to take them there. And if he needs anything, I'm going to help him out.
What are some of the best things you learned about your journey to eventually getting to this moment today?
Man, the people around me, the support system. You know, I didn't do this by myself. I had help, and I'm very grateful for that. And, you know, you got to have a reason why you do it. I think having a passion for the game, and it carries over into life in general. Baseball is one of those sports you fail more times than you succeed. And Lord knows I failed a lot. I struck out a lot. And I think, you know, you got to learn from your strikeouts. It's all the way you deal with it. And that's like what I try to teach the kids, you know, even though you fail or don't have success, you know, keep on moving. Learn from it and keep on moving.
Chris,
Yep.
you've known Coach Wallace since you were young. You teach kids now.
Yeah.
How did his treatment of you at that age impact the way that you teach kids now?
Yeah, Coach Wallace was one of my coaches. He was in high school at the time, but he would come back to my travel team and work with us, you know, and we looked up to him back then. I was 8 at the time, 8, 9, 10. Actually, it was 8 through 13, through when I was 13 years old. He was a part of it. And he is one of the main reasons why I decided to come to UCF, because it was just a familiar coach, a familiar face that I knew, and you know I know he helped Bergman and Kozar with the recruiting process, which was pretty cool to convince us to come. So it was cool with him.
You mentioned teaching the kids. I mean, how cool is it that they're going to go back to you being inducted into the UCF Hall of Fame and the rest that you can do them?
I think it's cool because it's my hometown. And I'm here, and the kids in this area, you know, are the ones I teach. I think that's really cool. And they were more excited than I was about that. Actually, they were like, you know. I was like, you guys weren't even born yet, man. Now you're gonna listen to me, you know, like that. Like those are the things that are priceless. It's priceless, you know.
I know you played in a lot of games here during your career. Is there a game or two that stands out? Like,
yeah, I mean, games when I played against Rice, maybe my last game, ended it on Grand Slam, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, I think the games that I played when I faced some big leaguers that made it, I remember getting a base hit off of Arrieta. Of course, you know, it's probably not a big deal to him, but it was a big deal to me. And then you know, just home runs that I hit that people were like, "Oh man, that went far." I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's cool." You know?
Chris, Rich has talked about really wanting to recruit this area, recruit Orlando. You talk about helping kids in this area. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, how important is that to hear someone who says, "I want to continue to keep that connection going here in the Orlando area"?
Oh, absolutely, and that's why we're here. You know, the reason why we're here. In general, when we play, is to inspire other kids, you know, and other people. And UCF, the kids want to come out here. They want to play. They want to learn. They go to camps and things like that. I'm just glad to be a part of it. And kids I coach, they come to the camps all the time, which is cool. And them to meet Wallace and know Wallace, that's awesome. Because one day they're going to probably be playing, hopefully for UCF one day, you know.
What's it mean to go in with this class?
Yeah, that's cool. Shaquem Griffin, like that. I mean, that's really cool, you know. And all the people in the past, like I've looked at the former Hall of Famers, and those are guys I watched playing, you know. I mean, well, I remember, of course, we all know Dante Culpepper, you know. But I was here when Kevin Smith was here. Was it Joe Burnett? I was here when who else? Jermaine Taylor. Right? Those guys were here, like really, you know, and they actually inspired me to do it because I was watching them dominate, and I was like, all right, I got to dominate in baseball. You know, that was like the same era when I was here.
And now you're in that group.
Even Mac, the softball players, and yeah. Now I'm here. Yeah.
Time for one or two more.
You've experienced UCF baseball from within the baselines and now also among the audience as well. What makes UCF baseball different from other baseball environments you may have experienced?
It's here in Central Florida, which is really cool. I know that was one of the decisions, you know, in the recruiting process. Like, it's Central Florida, this is, you know, Disney World, right? You know, and to go somewhere else, you know, sometimes a small town college or whatever. But I think playing here at UCF in Central Florida, in the heart of Orlando, that's a really cool thing.
All right, all set.
appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you in person.